Vanakkam and welcome to FX16 Celebrity Talk. ஆள் பாதி ஆடை பாதி அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஒரு ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்கு நம்ம போனாலே நம்ம போட்டிருக்கிற ட்ரெஸ் அதை பார்த்துட்டு தான் நம்மளை மதிப்பிடுவாங்க. அந்த மாதிரி இன்னைக்கு காலிவுட்ல கலக்கலா ஒரு ட்ரெண்ட் செட்டராக இருக்காரு நம்ம ஹாட்டஸ்ட் டிசைனர் சிட்னி ஸ்லேடன். இவரை பற்றி ஏன் பேசுகிறேன் அப்படின்னு பார்க்குறீங்களா? இவர் தான் இன்னைக்கு நம்ம ஷோவோட கெஸ்ட். Welcome to our show, Sydney.
Hi. It's good to be here.
Yeah, so you've been the trendsetter of Hollywood cinema as of now, right?
By God's grace.
Okay.
It's been working well.
Yeah. So by the age of 12, you started designing dresses for dolls. Abdine na Wikipedia la padichen. So, and the passion eppadi start aachu?
I'm actually not too sure. I remember at that point of time there was a TV series called The Bold and the Beautiful. Yeah, so it was based on a family that which owned a fashion design house. So and somehow I've always liked fabrics or clothes. I've always been into style. Probably from the time I was a kid, I used to look at what my mom would wear and I'd say you could wear this with this. So it's always been there, so it just started like that.
Is somebody there into the fashion industry in your family?
No,
or you
not
are
at all. All of them, none of them are interested in it at all. Even my elder sister is the least bit interested in it, yeah, so not at all, yeah. My younger one is, no, my younger sister is very interested, but I think she's more interested in design. Any aspect of design, like graphic design or fashion design or things like that, yeah.
So it's going to be a venture of brother and sister after some time?
Hopefully, but I think she's a lot more talented than me art-wise, so let's see where she goes.
Oh, nice. So how supportive was your family for this?
I wouldn't be where I am today without the support of my mom, my sister, younger sister, Auntie Ruth, who was here, yeah. My staff, everyone. It's just that everyone's been so supportive, especially mom. Initially, she was a bit apprehensive because I think at that point of time, when we started, there were hardly any designers here. So she was a bit apprehensive. She actually made me take a office job. I still remember it was called FX16. It was a computer company. Yeah. She made me take that. But funnily, I disagreed with her. But then you realize when you start your own business, if you work under someone, it lays a foundation for how you run your work.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, she's always been supportive. She's always there till now. Like anything I have a doubt on, or I think I need a second opinion, I'd ask her or Auntie Ruth about it. Yeah. So.
Hollywoodல இப்போ நிறைய designers வந்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. Every day like with new designs people are coming up. But Sydney na ஒரு trend set பண்ணிட்டீங்க and that place is not, I mean that place is set for you. Okay. So how do you maintain that and how hard it is that to maintain every day in the industry?
See, I actually follow a very simple theory. I always say keep believing that tomorrow someone else will come and take your place. Never assume that you have learnt it all, you have established yourself. And I'm very ambitious, very. I've always been ambitious from the time as a child. I'm always looking for new ideas, new technology, new designs, new methods of wearing things. So technically when you keep looking at it and you keep working hard at it, I think you manage. Ultimately hard work pays, and with me I'm someone who hates Sundays. I'd rather be sitting at work than sitting at home and watching TV or something like that. So in fact even when I go home at about 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock after work, I'm actually very bored. I just have to watch a TV series or something. Left to me, I'd rather sit at work and do something. But we normally do that during our shows where we work right through and through. I think by one of the main reasons we have survived or stood where we are is one is God's grace. That's one thing I personally believe a lot in. I think God's been very probably favored
and gifted Tamil Nadu as well, the best designer.
So I think he's been very kind on that. And also you have to keep looking. You can't keep assuming you know everything. You can't keep assuming that you're there. I've never assumed that we are the best or anything like that. I always think there's always someone with talent. Like I could do something. There could be a younger kid who's much better doing something else. And I believe God's given everyone different talents. So just keep working hard. I think that's what has maintained
So that
us, yeah.
advice to youngsters would be like keep
Yeah.
working hard.
Yeah, probably.
For
yeah.
anything probably. Okay. So as a note of that, how getting into the industry, how difficult was it?
Oh, funnily, it was actually quite easy. It took me a while to understand the balance between customers and the film industry, or the
okay.
look that's required there, the look that's required here. We had started doing a show, and we had done a show that was actually my first show, and then there's this article that was written in the Hindu, which was called "The New Kid on the Block," and it was my first article. It's still one of my favorite articles, and someone called me. I think it was Nitya ma'am from Madras Talkies, which is Manirathan sir's office.
Yeah.
And they had called me in because they were shooting 5-star. They were going to start shooting for 5-star. And then I met Susi Ganesan, and we got on pretty well. And so it started off from there.
An accidental entry into the industry.
Yeah.
You mean to say like that?
Yeah, it was a sort of accidental. It was a lot of learning to do. It's not.
Yeah, right.
I think everyone assumes you just make clothes and put it, but there's so many things you need to know, like
Yeah.
lighting, your coloring, your backdrop. I mean, it's
That's your speciality, right?
Yeah.
That blending of colors
yeah.
and
And it's so different from your regular what you'd wear to, let's say, a wedding or a party or something like that. Yeah, so it took us a while. It took us about 2-3 years when we started to learn the balance between it. But today I think we are.
yeah, you've designed for Superstar as well for in Chandramukhi,
yeah,
right?
for Chandramukhi,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
that
how
was
was the
fun.
experience for that?
I was blown away because I've never met anyone so humble. Because we all, I think I entered very scared, wondering how it's going to be to meet him, and I've never met anyone so humble. In fact, I bumped into him at the airport sometime, probably a year or 2 after that, and he was just the same. He just spoke the same. I mean, he's a king. You don't even know what to call him. Yeah, so.
So customer and industry balance was difficult, right? I mean, as in initially.
Yeah, initially.
So you would be having some ஒரு challenging experience கண்டிப்பா உங்களுக்கு இருக்கும் இல்லையா அந்த மொமெண்ட்ல. So அத பத்தி ஏதாவது கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்க. ஏதாவது கஸ்டமர் வந்து எங்க சிட் என்னோட Dress இருங்க நான் ஷூட்டிங்ல இருக்கேன் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஏதும் மொமெண்ட் சேலஞ்சிங்.
No, that balance we have always managed to maintain. In fact, I always one thing I would always say is in a 12 years technically of the label or the business, we have never disappointed by not giving a dress. No. In fact, we'll give it to you even if it's the afternoon. We will make sure you wear the dress. So we have never had that. Earlier, I guess, see, your customers are technically what you'd call your heart.
Yes.
So to me, I think I think I feel very bad when someone comes in and is waiting. For example, like even now you guys, I feel very bad. I like being on time. I like my customers. I find it very embarrassing to say I'm shooting, I'll do it later, because I feel they'll think that they're not important.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's the thing I learned to do. So nowadays I just make sure they don't clash.
Yeah.
Just,
so challenging and no challenging experiences till now.
I just try and see that
Everything goes right.
Everything goes right. Yeah.
Okay.
So if it means me going early to the workshop and then heading to shoot, I ensure that is done as well. So.
படிச்சது சென்னையில தமிழ்நாடு அட்வான்ஸ் ட்ரைனிங் இன்ஸ்டிடியூட்ல ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணீங்க உங்க கரியரை and then Viscom in Loyola and then after that you studied in Italy. And then அந்த டைம்ல இருந்து இப்ப வரைக்கும் what do you define fashion in Chennai?
I would call it a very classy, understated style. It's not like Bombay or Delhi where you're loud, you're obnoxious. It's not. It's something even as simple as a Kanchipuram sari. That sari could be worth 5 lakhs and it's so classy. But I think style here has never become obnoxious. It's never become loud. It's never become over the top. Here, I don't think anyone's here to flaunt their wealth. Which is the opposite of what it is in the north. Here, I think I have customers who would probably pick up a T-shirt from Linking Road and pair it with nice jeans and great accessories and pull in a look together, which looks like it's from New York or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, so that's something about Chennai that has always worked, and I think that's pretty good, because I think at some point of time, fashion becomes so overpowering if you're not careful about it. So that's one thing Chennai has managed. It's not that they don't spend. It's not. I mean, contrary to what people say that Bombay is better, Delhi is better, I highly doubt it. Which is one of the reasons I've never looked at moving up. I've always looked at the south. Yeah, and being here, it's very classy. It's very understated, but very, very classy.
So the industries differ. The Telugu industry, Tamil industry, Kannada industry. So what is the difference you find between the three industries here?
See, one is the similarity they all have is professionalism. That is one of the things I've noticed. In terms of differences, there's not too much. I'd say probably like the Malayalam industry is a little more toned down, a little more basic fashion. The Telugu is quite advanced in terms of style, in terms of what they wear, and probably they go in for a lot more brighter colors, whereas here it's somewhere in the middle. We haven't moved there, we haven't gone down, so we are somewhere in the middle, which is what a lot of people relate to. It's something that you could look at something on screen and say, I want the dress that she's wearing, or the half sari she's wearing in the song. So that's the balance, I think.
So which one is challenging for you to design between the three, or any industries you work so far?
I don't find it, see, that's what I'm saying. I don't actually find it challenging. I think when we sign a project, whether it's any of these three, you already have it in your head that this is the look.
Right.
And you technically know what the characters are going to be. So you sort of prepare yourself. You do your homework. We've never gone on set without doing our homework. Yeah, it's the same as when we do our fashion show, when we're presenting a fashion week collection. We do our homework as to what would work. So it's not challenging now. I don't find it challenging now. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably in the beginning it was more intimidating, because you're going to be dealing with actors and producers. I mean, these big names. So whereas now everyone, more or less everyone trusts you and they are your friends. So, and I think somewhere they also know that we do work hard to give them a good look. Yeah, because if you don't look great, we look bad. So yeah, so they trust us on that now. Yeah.
Trisha ma'am, Ramya Krishnan ma'am, Namita ma'am, many more top celebrities. சிட்னியோட ட்ரெஸ்னா கண்ணை மூடிட்டு நாங்கள் வேர் பண்ணிப்போம் அப்படின்ற ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட்டாக இருக்கட்டும், ட்ரஸ்ட்டையும் தாண்டி ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் இருக்குது உங்களுக்குள்ளார. ஸோ அந்த இனிஷியல் ஸ்டேஜஸில் கொஞ்சம் உங்களோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஷிப் எப்படி இருந்தது? So how did you build the trust to them that I can depend and wear Sydney's dress or something like that?
I think clothes wise it has always worked, because one thing is we've always had a great fit. So whatever we have done, it has more or less, like even I tell our clients as well, even the alterations are predominantly a 5-minute job. It's either half inch loose or tight. We normally do not have a fitting problem at all, which I would thank what I studied in Milan technically, and of course what I did at Tamil Nadu Advanced Technical, because I always believe if you know to cut a sari blouse perfectly, you can cut anything.
Yeah,
well.
I heard it.
Yeah. So, and that is one thing which they really grilled us on, the sari blouse. So yeah, and I think it's the fit, and I think it's always somewhere, like even in that first interview, the lady who wrote that article said, we seem to be 2 steps ahead. A lot of people tell me I should be out of India, not in India. They always say you're 2 steps, you belong in either New York or in Europe. That is, but I think we always want to advance what we're doing. That's why I said, no, we're so eager to learn, to do better. So somewhere there's been a trust. See, it's also the people who travel, the people who know fashion, these actors or whoever it is, they know fashion. So they know what we're doing is sort of in trend. They know it's something that is works for their body. We don't, if someone asks me for an outfit, I don't just give them what I think is nice. I will give what works for you. So whereas a lot of other people would probably give, if 10 pieces, you just give 10 pieces, whereas we're not like that. We make sure all the 10 pieces work for you. So somewhere we've established that trust in terms of the work we do and all that. Yeah.
So that's how like Sydney ஒன்னு கொடுத்தா அது கரெக்டா இருக்கும்.
It will, yeah. So that's how.
இண்டஸ்ட்ரீஸ்க்கு அப்பாற்பட்டு ஹீரோயின்ஸ்க்கு டிசைன் பண்ணுறது, மூவிஸ்க்கு காஸ்டியூம் டிசைன் பண்ணுறது, அதுக்கு அப்பாற்பட்டு பியூட்டி பேஜன்ஸ்க்கும் டிசைன் பண்ணுறீங்க அப்படின்னு எங்களுக்கு தெரியும். ஸோ கூடி சீக்கிரம் நான் அவங்கள மிஸ் யூனிவர்ஸ் அந்த இதில் டிசைன் சிட்னி ஸ்லைடன், காஸ்டியூம் பை சிட்னி ஸ்லைடன் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணலாமா?
Yeah, you could. See, we do a lot of stuff for contestants going from here, like to, let's say, Miss India, or that Miss India World, or Miss Bangalore, or Miss, a lot of the Miss things. And we also do quite a bit of the Misses. Yeah, because I honestly don't believe in the term that if a woman gets married, you sit at home and you give up on all this. I don't believe in that. So, in fact, we eagerly promote, or in fact, we're actually very happy to do outfits or wardrobes for the Mrs. World, Miss India World, Mrs. Glad Rags, so all those things that go on. As for as Miss Universe, by God's grace, if it comes in, well and good. But I think internationally we are more, like for example, we are the only label from the South to do an international fashion week. So we are part of Australia Fashion Week. Yeah, we are showcased there continuously for 3 years. And we are looking at a lot more things now internationally. But then the funniest part is you have to learn that balance of not neglecting your base. So, and my mom always tells me you have to learn to delegate, give work out to people to do, in terms of get people under you to manage. Even though we do have people, I don't think I'm a delegating person. To me, I'm only happy if I've seen it and I know it's correct, and then it goes. Yeah, so that's something my mom keeps saying. You have to learn to trust people to do a good job and move it out. But we'll figure out how it goes. We've managed so far. I mean, as I said earlier, I think I have a lot of plans if God wills it, and whatever comes across, we'll probably take it, depending. Yeah.
ஸோ உங்கள் ஸ்பீச்சில் உங்கள் டீம் பற்றி நீங்கள் சொல்லிகிட்டே இருக்கீங்க, லைக் மை டீம் இஸ் த பேக் போன் அண்ட் ஆப்வியஸ்லி காட் இஸ் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அண்ட் நெக்ஸ்ட் மை டீம் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறீங்க. ஸோ உங்கள் டீம் பற்றி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்கள், இது வரைக்கும் உங்களோட ட்ராவல் பண்ணவங்களை பற்றி.
Oh, they're painful at times, but I think possibly the sweetest people I've ever been with. Most of them have been with me for a really, really long time. I don't think we have any new staff, right? Yeah, no. So everyone who's been with us has been with us for a long time. Of course, there are ups and downs, there are fights. It's like a family. There are fights, there are disagreements. There are days where possibly we all don't talk to each other for a while. Yeah, like a day or two, and then we're back to normal.
And with the chocolate, like.
Yeah, the usual, yeah. But I don't think anyone can survive or be successful without them. I've always referred to, in any interview of the last 12 years, I've referred to the company as we. Even though it's my name, it's always a we. Without them, I don't think we'd be able to propel or push forward as to where we are now or where we want to go. Yeah.
Women empowerment, so you design dresses for women, so exclusively a boutique for women. So menக்கு நாங்க எப்ப எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணோம் இந்த மாதிரி எக்ஸ்க்ளூசிவா?
We do design for men. We actually have a men's line there. The difference is, I think, with men in terms of sizes, you don't stock too much, but I think most of the weddings here we do most of them. If the person's not picking up stuff from a ready-made men's wedding store, it's us. Yeah, so we do a lot of it. I think in terms of men and sizes, like the body itself is so different compared to women. Yeah, so if a guy is, let's say, a size 40, the waist may not be a 40. The waist could be smaller, the waist could be bigger. So it's always better, and I always think with men, it's always better if your outfit is customized. Predominantly, if it's your suit or your wedding outfit, it's always much better if it's customized, because there's so many things you need to look at. Yeah, so we do a lot of men, most of the managing directors or CEOs or CFOs of huge companies, doctors, all of them, we do all their suits, their wardrobes. We do like wardrobes for them for the whole year. So yeah, so we do quite a bit of men's wear.
So apart from work allam mudichiralam ipo, like you're the best designer and everything done. So you have a love for dogs, right? You love dogs.
Yes, very much.
And what is that you do for de-stress? Samma kadupla iruken na de-stress pannom appadina enna பண்ணுவீங்க?
I take my dogs for a walk. I think that's my most de-stressing activity. Yeah, it's either that or I dance at home. Yeah,
Dance at home,
I just
nice.
listen to music and dance at home.
Do you sing as well?
No.
You don't
No.
sing.
I think my
Well,
house
I'll
will
make you
fall
sing.
down if I sing. No. Very bad. Definitely not a good singer. Yeah. So, yeah, it's these two, and I love dogs. To me, dogs are. I mean, you look at them. When you look at their face,
You forget everything.
yeah, you just look at them and you
The
just
eyes that makes you
yeah,
forget
it's their eyes, and it's just I've never seen a animal that is friendly. In fact, people say dogs are ferocious. Dogs are. I actually don't believe it. In fact, you can ask people who we know. In fact, my mom does it. Stop playing with the street dog. Yeah, like even at Somerset, there are about 4 dogs out. Which as soon as we reach them, my friends all go in, and I'll be standing out and playing with them. So, and it's funny, they know me. It's not that I might give them biscuits once in a while or whatever, but they just know you. They're friendly. A dog has never attacked me. Oh, finally, a dog attacked me when I was a kid, so I was actually really scared of them, like probably when I was about 7, and it chased me. But I didn't realize at that point of time that the dog had its puppies there. So I was coming back from school. So then I was scared for a while, and then I got one. I met my best friend's dog, and it was a boxer, and I was actually quite petrified, but she became very pally with me. So from then it just started, and now we feed a lot of dogs every day. It's like a thing which we do every day with rice and chicken and stuff like that. It comes from home every day. So yeah,
So
I love dogs. Yeah.
In India, you're being a Kenyan by origin, by birth. In India, நீங்க வந்து full establish ஆயிட்டீங்க இப்போ. சிட்னினா இந்தியா ஃபுல்லா பிரபலமா இருக்கீங்க. So world level நீங்க outlets open பண்ண plan பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா இல்ல you have something in Kenya already?
See, funnily, my mom always says you're more Indian than an Indian. Technically, to me, I just consider my mom's Indian though. So yeah, we do have plans. We retail from Malaysia. This Australia Fashion Week we do every year. So we are looking at a lot of places, predominantly Southeast Asia. These are the places we are looking at, like Singapore, maybe Colombo, maybe Dubai. This area, yeah. I think taking on something like a New York or an America will be a little too ahead right now. Probably maybe in about 5 years or so, then we'd look at that market. But I'd rather look at this whole Southeast Asia market right now.
And India planning to open any stores?
Yeah, we look at Coimbatore, we look at Kerala. These are places that are for sure. Yeah, because we have a huge base in Coimbatore. So, yeah.
Okay, so you're opening something in Coimbatore. So Coimbatore customers, Sydney வராரு கோயம்புத்தூருக்கு வெயிட் பண்ணி பாருங்க.
We'll be there.
Yeah, you'll be there. Even in Kerala as well, he's coming. So you just soon go to his shop and pick some best clothes. Yeah?
Done.
Yeah, okay. சிட்னினாலே அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸுக்கு குறையே இல்லை. சிட்னினாலே வந்து ஒரு அவார்ட் கண்டிப்பாக வருஷத்தில் ஒரு அவார்டாவது வந்துடும். ஸோ அந்த அவார்ட்ஸ் பற்றி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்கள். அண்ட் உங்களுக்கு அந்த டச்சிங்கான அவார்டு எது, நீங்கள் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணது எது?
The 2 awards. One would be possibly my first award, which was actually quite, because it was based on a public vote, and judge who came, and there were 5 designers, and they were all my seniors, like seniors who were here. And they had this anonymous judge, which none of us knew who she was. And they just called the landlines and we want to get an appointment for a birthday outfit or whatever. And yeah, so she had gone to everyone, and she came to us as well. We got her outfit done. I think it was like a jumpsuit or something. I don't really remember it right now. And they were doing a public vote also, and we sort of won by around like 20,000 votes in terms of a lead. Yeah. And it was later on that I really didn't expect to win it. Yeah. So, and when I was talking to later on, when I was talking to after the award thingy at the party, I was talking to them, and I said I was really quite surprised about it. And they told me that the judge who had met everyone after the whole thing, when they called her in to decide who wins, she supposedly said, without a doubt, Sidney Sladen. So yeah, it was, so I think that was one award that I was really touched about, especially it being my first. I think another award would be the Soulmates Award, which is something my mom and I won together. Yeah, so she got one and I got one. So it was, yeah, it was both of us together. I think that would be one. And I think NDTV, because I think it was the same year, the NDTV award, because Trisha won for Best Actress and I won for Best Designer, and basically we presented each other the award. So yeah, that was another nice one. I mean, to me, all of them are special, but these are the 3 that sort of pop up. Yeah.
So, any plans into acting, direction, production?
No. When I get messages on Instagram, I'm like,
why don't Sidney try?
No, never. In fact, VTV Ganesh was telling me, and you have to act in this movie, and I said, no chance.
Just one, at least cameo presence or something, no?
I'm just very happy doing clothes. I'll do clothes, I'm looking at interiors. In fact, we've actually started interiors now. So I'm working on a couple of my clients' properties. Yeah, so I like all that. Yeah, maybe makeup,
designing,
maybe sunglasses
basically.
later on. Makeup as in not doing makeup, makeup products. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Possibly sunglasses and shoes, handbags, men's wallets. These are the things I look at. Definitely not that side of it.
So, ரொம்ப சுவாரஸ்யமா உங்கள்ட்ட பேசிட்டு இருந்தோம். ஒரு ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் தான் ஒரு மனுஷனை வந்து பெருசா கொண்டு போகும் with God's blessings அப்படின்றத தெளிவா தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டோம். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு இருக்கிற யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்க்கு நீங்க ஒரு பெரிய இன்ஸ்பிரேஷனாகவும் ஹாட்டஸ்ட் டிசைனர்ன்றத போக ஒரு ஹாட்டஸ்ட் இன்ஸ்பிரேஷனாகவும் இருக்க போறீங்க அப்படின்னு தெரியுது. ஸோ எனிதிங் யூ வாண்ட் டு டெல் டு த வியூவர்ஸ்?
I just believe you should work hard. Always put God first. Put your family first. Sometimes I don't get to meeting my mom quite often, so she's going to be smirking at that comment. But put your family first. Stay grounded. Work really hard. I think a lot of people only look at the party pictures or pictures that you put up on social media, but I've always believed fashion is not for entertainment. It's a business. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, which means it's one of the biggest income earners in the world. And if you're going to get into it, you have to take it seriously. It's not about just putting your dress on some celebrity and saying you're a designer. No, it is hard work. It is days without sleeping. It is days where you come in, you're traveling, you come in tonight, you come in like 3 in the morning, you're on an 8 o'clock flight out in the morning, and then you're out for 2 days, and then you're back again, and then you're here for a day, and it's a lot of hard work. So anyone assuming that once they get into it, it's going to be very easy, sorry, I think everyone's a bit mistaken on that. Just work hard, keep God first, stay grounded, keep your family there, because they'll always be your backbone in good time and bad. And yeah, that's the basic thing. Yeah. Hi, stay tuned for more updates with FX16. Thank you.
சிட்னி ஸ்லேடன் பல சுவாரஸ்யமான விஷயங்களை நம்மளோட ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. எப்படி கஷ்டப்பட்டு ஒரு மனுஷன் ஒரு லைஃப்பில் மேலே வரணும், கடவுளோட ஆசீர்வாதத்தோட எப்படி மேலே வரணும் அப்படின்ற பல சுவாரஸ்யமான விஷயங்களை நம்மளோட ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்காரு. இந்த மாதிரி பல சுவாரஸ்யமான செலிபிரிட்டிஸோட உங்களை சந்திக்கும் வரை பாய் ஃப்ரம் பிரியங்கா இன் FX16 Celebrity Talks.